Brian's finishing up now. Both sides of the boat have been heat welded around the perimeter band, so he's going back to the transom and folding the film under and actually holding it up to get a good heat weld, and he'll also be protecting the lower unit at the same time. Well, he's almost done on the stern of the boat, and once we are done at the stern, we have one more major step to do before we can shrink the entire cover. So the hub area on the lower unit will be covered at and protected now using the actual shrink wrap that is making the initial cover. Ryan is actually reaching up and holding the material around the band and heat welding. And then as he comes to the lower unit, he'll fold it over and just tuck it basically to protect it and keep water from getting into the hub. Almost complete. The last step before we can actually shrink the entire cover is to put belly bands on. And the belly bands go from the perimeter band on the side of the boat down under the boat if there's nothing to tie to, or in this case we can tie them to the trailer. And no matter how tight we have our perimeter band, when we put the heat to it with the heat gun and actually start shrinking the cover, it has a natural tendency to pull the perimeter band up, and then we don't get the shrink out of the wrap itself. It's just from pulling the band up. So the belly bands are installed to hold the perimeter band where it initially was. We don't want to pull it too tight, but we want to keep the perimeter band in the same general area of where it was. And on a power boat, we generally need about a belly band every 6 to 8 feet. Now on this boat, we're going to put one right by the windshield and also closer to the back of the boat. We don't need anything in front of the windshield just because of the shape of the hull will hold the perimeter band down. On sailboats, you need more belly bands only because of the shape of the hull. It doesn't afford the perimeter band anything to attach to, so it has more of a tendency to rise. And this is the only time you actually have to use a jackknife or a regular bladed knife that's exposed to cut in a horizontal fashion right above